Iranian lawmakers demand no leniency for protesters as mass demonstrations continue. Iranian protests over the death of Mahsa Amini have carried on for more than a month in Tehran, October 27, 2022. Iranian lawmakers have argued the country's judiciary to show no leniency to protesters in a letter cited by the state-run press TV on Sunday, as thousands of people continue to rally on the streets despite the threat of arrest. The Islamic Republic is facing one of the biggest and unprecedented shows of dissent following the death of Masha Amini, a 22-year-old Kurdish Iranian woman detained by the morality police allegedly for not wearing her hijab properly. In an open letter signed by 227 of Iran's 290 members of parliament, Press TV reported the lawmakers calls for protesters to be taught a good lesson to deter others who threatened the authority of the Iranian government. We, the representatives of this nation, ask all state officials, including the judiciary, to treat those who wage the war against the Islamic establishment and attack the people's life and property like a Daesh terrorist in a way that would serve as the good lesson in the shortest possible time. The letter read, according to state-run Press TV. Lawmakers added that such a punishment, the method of which were not specified, would prove to all that life, property, security, and honor of our dear people is red line for this Islamic establishment, and that it would show no leniency to anybody in this regard. Iran has charged at least 1,000 people in Tehran province for their alleged involvement in the nationwide protest over Amini's death, the largest such show of dissent in years, state news agency ARNA has reported. Their trials are public and have been underway for more than a week. Norway-based rights group Iran Human Rights said in a report last Wednesday that dozens of protesters were facing charges including enmity against God and corruption on earth, which carries the death sentence. The letter from the members of parliament also reiterates prior Iranian government claims that the ongoing protests that it caused riots were incited by the United States and other enemies of Iran. Iran's government has provided no evidence to back up its claims of foreign involvement in the protest movement. Jabahid Rehman, the UN's special rapporteur on the situation of the human rights in the Islamic Republic of Iran, told the UN Security Council last week that as many as 14,000 people, including journalists, activists, lawyers, and educators, have been arrested since protests erupted in Iran in mid September. Rahman said the unabated, unabated violent response of security forces have caused at least 277 deaths. The recent death of a Kurdish Iranian woman, Nasrin Qadri, sparked a wave of protest in her hometown, Marivan, on Sunday, with the Kurdish rights group Hengao Organization for Human Rights and activist outlet Iran Wire, alleging that she had suffered severe injuries from baton blows to the head wielded by Iranian security forces. Her cause of death has been disputed. The public prosecutor in Shahiyar, a town about half of hour outside Tehran, where Qadri reportedly lived, said that the initial medical diagnosis for her cause of death was poisoning, adding that, according to a family statement, she had prior illness as well as reported by the state-run Islamic Republic news agency called the IRNA. Her father separately said in an on-camera statement which aired on Iranian state television that Qadri died from the flu and that rumors about her death were false, an explanation that Hangul activist Azhin Sheki believes was forced. First, we forced her family. They forced her family to say publicly that her death was caused by disease, Sheki told CNN. Security forces also did not allow her relatives to gather at her parents' house when her body was returned home, and they also forbade any kind of funeral or burial service. Shaky Sheikh added. CNN cannot independently verify arrest figures, death tolls, and many of count of those killed those due to the Iranian government suppression of the media, the internet, and transparency. Nor can media directly assess the government for their account on such cases, unless there is a reporting on state media, the mouthpiece of the government. CNN's Jumana Karadush and Hamdi Arkshali contributed to this report.